Well, I am thoroughly exhausted. It is 11:30 and I'm going home after dinner with my friends. This is one of the issues of being an extrovert sometimes. You just want to be around people, you want to be outside, and then you realize you've used up all your social battery and now I'm going home because I'm so tired. I'm probably going to sleep in and do nothing for the rest of the day tomorrow. Actually, I might do F45, but we'll see. In Singapore, there are a lot of women like myself who are Asian and female and maybe have been overseas or are from overseas and just don't know how to find the right people to connect with. And I think that it's, always really socially awkward, especially during COVID, to find a group of people that you belong to. And so meeting the group of women today was really awesome because we got to speak about our own cultural experiences, our background, where we're from, and all these things. Okay, but seriously, how cute is this car? I'm going to the dermatologist today to check out what I can do for my skin. I've been touching my face a lot and I have a lot of scars. This side of my cheek has been breaking out consistently, so I want to see what I can do. I definitely have been breaking out. I feel like my skin texture has gotten worse, and I don't think the humidity in Singapore helps because there's a lot of sweat, my sunscreen, my makeup. I feel like it just clogs a lot of my pores. I want to see what I can do to help with my skin, and it's something I've been putting off for so long. So hopefully I'll be able to figure out what I can do for my skin and just do some more self-care, I guess. Oh, this is such a cute little furniture store. Furniture is our second favorite F word. That's hilarious. So this is what it looks like inside. Ah, the infamous juicer. This is a very nice hospital, by the way. So the good news is that my insurance will cover a portion of it, at least for my checkup, and some of the medicine. But for some of the gels, I had to pay. So in total, I paid $124 for gel cream for my discoloration and another one for my pimples. Looking back at the US healthcare system, back when I was in college, I didn't have healthcare when I was in college and for the first year of working because I just couldn't afford it. I was working a contractor job, so we didn't have health insurance included. If you don't have health insurance, you actually get fined. You have to pay extra when tax season comes around. And now that I have really good health insurance, I'm getting everything checked, including my teeth and my skin, and I'm doing a general checkup next week as well. That's a lot of pigeons. Well, I am just sitting out here in a park because it's Monday and I have it off. I just bought groceries and I don't want to go home yet because I just want to be outside. Ugh, I feel like I'm super homesick, which is weird because it didn't start happening until nearing Q4. It's almost October. I always echo that I'm very independent and I do whatever I want. Times like this where I really miss my parents and my sister and my brother-in-law. I want to see my nephew. It's just been a very weird headspace to be in. This whole pandemic has just really changed me as a person. It's changed me into someone who focuses more on work and side projects and a lot of hustling. I've been trying to hustle less and just try to enjoy my life more and try to take time for myself. But it's because sometimes it's there's nothing to do, so might as well just work on my projects instead of sleep. I don't know if it's this American in me that always just has to keep doing things and executing, and I'm just getting tired of it. I feel like I've created this whole entire parallel life for myself here in Singapore. It's almost as if this other Emily exists in Singapore and then another Emily exists in San Francisco, and it's just weird having these two very different identities, but there's no mergence of it. I think a lot of people who come to Singapore will probably feel the same way from time to time, especially if they came from overseas. And then it's also getting to that point where it's what is really home? And I think home for me has always been where the people are. So home has always been, where my parents and my sister are. But that has changed as well too. So after they moved out of Taiwan and now they're in California, and then now that I'm making strong connections here in Singapore too. Like people is where home is. You know, when I was younger in college, I was like, wow, everyone in their later 20s and 30s just seem to have their shit together. And then now that I'm at this age, I'm like, no one has their shit together. Especially not the Emily right now. I guess with age, it doesn't mean you have your life together. You might have some parts of your life figured out, but I guess that's the journey of life. You just kind of figure it out as you go. But for me, it's like, wow, I really don't have much figured out. I feel like I'm still in this like weird limbo gray area of like, what I want to do with my career, like how far do I want to take my projects? Like, do I want to one day just be completely nomadic and just be traveling the world like I was supposed to in Southeast Asia? But given that COVID is around, I don't have that option to do that anymore. So should I just go home and spend time with people that I love and care the most instead of just, spreading myself so thin? Yeah. Anyways, I'm just word babbling right now. I think if you could really like peel apart the layers in my brain or like what I actually think about, it'd be completely chaotic and just very messy. So I think I actually do need to take up meditation again, just because I think my mind has been louder than normal. And I need the rest. I feel like my body is rested, but my mind is not. And yeah, I need that. I need that, you guys. I need it.